Good evening, everyone. We'll get underway in just a couple of minutes. If you are watching us on the replay, rapidexecutive.com/replay for all of tonight's notes. You can also find a way to get in touch with me and have a chat as well if you've got any questions at rapidexecutive.com/replay. We'll get underway on the live presentation in just about 2 minutes. Waiting for everyone to come in. If you are watching us live, rapidexecutive.com/live, come on over and have a chat. The conversation's already started. Great to see a few people coming in already. So jump on over to rapidexecutive.com/live and we'll all have a chat there for a few minutes and we'll get back here in just 1 or 2 minutes now. Welcome everyone coming in. rapidexecutive.com/live. You want to come over and chat to us in the chat window as well. We'll get underway in just a minute or so now. Just waiting for everyone to come on in and we'll jump. Talking about websites, building websites, starting from $0, zero time, right up to the cream of the crop that we're using at the moment. So thanks for coming in, guys. Good to see you all. G'day Shane, g'day Paul. A couple of anonymous people in there. Just click on your name to update your name in there. rapidexecutive.com/live. My name is Nathan. We'll get underway in just a minute or so. Just waiting for a couple of other people to come in. I'll jump back to myself really briefly and we'll get into tonight's website presentation. Right, great to have you all here. My name is Nathan. We are the Rapid Startup webinar this week. We are talking websites, how to build your own high converting website. And we'll get something up and running very shortly. I'm going to jump back to myself very shortly as well and say hi. I won't subject you guys to my face too long this evening. I am suffering after all these fires that we've been having around Perth the last couple of days. My sinuses are going bananas. So I hope everyone out there is doing okay. No one has had anything untoward happen. I think these fires have been pretty well contained, but I hope everyone's doing okay. Obviously better than my nose is at the moment. Let me know where you're coming in from, guys. rapidexecutive.com/live. I'll jump over in just a sec and say hi. And we'll get into websites tonight. Right, hi everyone. As you can see, I am suffering a little bit this evening from some hay fever. The smoke is not doing my sinuses very, very good at the moment. The house is suffering a little bit. A whole lot of us are. Great to see you guys that are in. We're going to jump straight into tonight's presentation. A really quick one this evening, actually a really long one this evening, but we'll quickly go over last week's recap, and then we're going to get into tonight's stuff. So I want some really cool stuff I want to show you tonight on websites. this is the most popular of our sessions to go through how to build a website. It's day 4 of the 7-day startup from Dan Norris. So that's the build your site section of his 7-day startup book. It's the framework that we use here at the Rapid Startup. Part of the meetup group and part of these online sessions, we go through each of those on each of these sessions. So this is the 4th session, day 4 in the Rapid Startup, and we are building websites. So I'm going to show you a really cool way that you can get started, plus some cool stuff that I've been working on when it comes to websites as well. I will jump back over to the slides and hide my puffy, snotty face. Apologize, guys. But if you are watching us live, rapidexecutive.com/live, you can jump on the chat there. If you are watching the replay, rapidexecutive.com/replay, you've got a chat window in there where you can chat to me as well. All right, so apologize for all of the snuffling this evening, but I will do my best to get through because I do not like missing these for you guys. So last week's was a replay session, another one of our favorites. So we went back through that as I was at a concert with Shane. How you going, Shane? It was a fantastic concert. It was the first one of these that we've missed all year. So we put on the most popular session, which was how to start a functioning website in 45 minutes and get your first sale. So we'll move on to tonight's session, which is more of the same around websites, but some very cool stuff to show you this evening, along with a little bit of a focus on webinars this evening. All right, so 3 myths of building websites. You need to be technical, you need to have nerdy skills. You need 10 plus tools and heaps of money, and traffic and marketing takes time and effort. If you stick around to the end, I'm also going to show you how to create and host webinar sites in less than an hour. So we'll get into all that this evening. Last session we had names and legalities. We talked about naming your thing, when naming your website, naming your business, naming your idea. We talked about how to find all of the social profiles and the websites if you hadn't already done that. We talked about getting legal down here in Australia, so how to get your company to be a real company, incorporated, as they say. We talked about getting legit and how do we go global if you were looking at doing business outside of Australia as well. And we talked about some banking and accounting, which is very cool stuff. All right, the first of these sessions, if you are brand new to all of this, we have a business model matrix, which will help you with the ideation stage, or the first stage. If you have an idea or you don't have any idea, you're just looking to deploy some skills, then I've put this business model matrix together for you with a bit of a real world example you guys can read at your own leisure as well. You can grab that in tonight's notes, rapidexecutive.com/live for that. All right, session 3 was last time we met, and that was starting a business and getting legal on day 3. And we talked about the 3 business myths that we talked about. Naming, can you actually get started in 7 days? And I showed you how my first 7-day startup looked after the first week, which is hilarious. And we got our first sale in that week from this beautiful website, so we're very proud of that. We also talked about naming in the top 25 brands in the world, 12 characters or less. So something to consider when you're looking at the name of your thing, if you haven't yet got a name for it. When searching around for things like patents or existing names, the Australian Business Registrar also has a search engine, and there's one built into incorporated.com where you can go and register your site. Make sure you're not going to impinge on anyone else's copyright, trademarks, or patents. If you are looking at something more global, obviously the US Patent Office has its own search ability, and you can also Google patent search as well. Google's pretty simple to use when it comes to patents as well. So it has a whole bunch of the patent registrars in Google and trademarks as well. We briefly touched on whether you should call your business yourname.com. And talked through a few of those as well. So you can jump onto the YouTube channel and jump onto all of the previous sessions of these as well. You are watching this on YouTube at the moment, so you can just click on the screen, go to subscribe, and you'll be able to access all the previous sessions as well. Right, the tool that we use to check all of the social profiles and some of the domain, I'm not sure if you guys can see that up close. Some of the writing's a bit blurry on this. The colors they use on this side is pretty hilarious. It's namecheck, namechk.com. It's a good way of checking things on the fly, and you can check all of the social profiles in one search. So you just type in your word, the name of your thing. It'll go off and search for all of the top level domains and all of the social profiles for you as well, and see if they're actually available. We talked about breaking down the myths of legalities and how it can take months and a whole bunch of blokes in suits with that cost a lot of money. I have incorporated 5 companies now using incorporated.com.au in less than 60 minutes each. So I have a partnership, which we're actually wrapping up now because the partner's moving on to other things. I have a nutrition business. I have my own business here on the consulting side and the IT stuff. We have a marketing company as well. So this stuff, I have registered all this plus some clients all through incorporated.com.au, and they've had any issues. They're fantastic, really easy to get yourself a proprietary limited. You can even do share acquisitions and sharing and all that sort of stuff through their website as well. It's really simple. It's just a online form, and that goes off and does all the hard work to all of the business registrars and the government websites and things for you, and you just sit inside that and click in all of the things that it needs. Really, really cool. And you print out all the documents at the end. Nice and easy. For one of my businesses, I'm selling some product overseas. So I'm looking into starting a US company as well. A lot of my transactions are done in US dollars, so it makes sense to have some sort of holding where I can hold that and not do too many transfers back and forth to move that money around. US dollars is a lot more accepted these days around the traps than the Aussie dollar. So having to transfer funds across, the fees can start to add up. So Stripe Atlas is a great way. You can actually start an incorporated business in Delaware in the US. It's around $500, I think, at this stage still, and they'll do all of this for you. So that's a really cool idea. Again, we talked about that in the last session. So if you want to dive a little bit deeper, you can go back into that previous one as well. There are some cool online banks popping up available as well, where they have really, really low fees when compared to other banks. Banks have pretty crazy, outlandish fees when you're talking about things transferring across the shores. So this world first I've been looking into as well for somewhere to hide my funds from fees. Not necessarily hide them from the taxman or anything like that. It's more just making sure that I don't cop a whole bunch of fees just for having money in different accounts. We also talked about accounting as well. So obviously a necessary requirement of your business, especially around the legalities of it. But I really do not like that side of my business. So I have everything automated. I've got a simple tool. It all plugs into everything that I'm doing. Once a quarter, my bookkeeper goes in and ticks a few boxes, and once a year, the taxman, the accountant, I should say, calls me in and checks over a few things, and I'm done. That's as much involvement as I have with the numbers. All right, let's get into tonight's session. If you have any questions, guys, you can jump onto rapidexecutive.com/live if you're watching this live, or /replay if you are looking at the replay, and ask any questions there. We'll go through. If they are relevant to the what we're talking about, we'll address them at the time. Otherwise, we'll save them to the end. There'll be plenty of time for some chats at the end of this as well. Building a website is hard. Now, I need to preface this. I am a nerd, so I like building websites. I actually find enjoyment in a lot of it as well. I know that makes me sound weird. Yes, I am a nerd. But to the layman, websites can seem very hard. But these days, they certainly are not. The other side of that myth is that they cost a lot of money. Now, I have seen some crazy prices for websites. One of my previous business partners, his cousin was a legal firm, and they got a single page. I think I counted at one point it had 15 words on the page, and that included things like phone numbers. It was 2 colors. There was 1 line, and the phone number wasn't clickable, and there was no email integration on the page. And she paid $7,000 for that website. So that's pretty crazy. And I've seen things like Fiverr where you can go and get a website built for $5. So anything and everything in between, definitely cost has come up a few times for people. So can you build a website, a landing page, which is a functional website, not just a glorified business card, in almost 0 time for $0? And the answer is yes. So if you guys have been here before, I am going to run through this one pretty quickly, but you would have seen this before. I have updated this one now because I wanted to show you guys a little bit more detail, but rapidexecutive.com/MailChimp if you want to grab yourself an email list provider. This is a freebie. MailChimp is free for up to 2,000 subscribers, so it's a great way to get started. And if you don't have a website, you can create a landing page just like this. I'm not using an image of myself. I recommend using some sort of personalized or human face, but just to show you guys, I whacked up a really quick one with my logo on there. If I was starting from scratch and needed something up fast, this is far better than a business card. You could have your phone numbers and things like that on here as well if you like. There's the ability to put that in there, but effectively this is a landing page. You can go to there, eepurl.com/ that's CLU2QD. Now, if I was starting from scratch and I'd bought the domain rapidexecutive.com, something like GoDaddy, I could redirect that inside the GoDaddy account. It would say, where do you want this website to point to? I could point it to here inside of MailChimp, and people going to rapidexecutive.com would see this. And straight away, tips for starting and growing your business fast. Here is a way for me to grow my email list without even building a website. So that whole thing could be done in less than 3 minutes. Super easy, and your mailing list would start. When you start building your website as well, you just point your website to this mail list in the back. You wouldn't need to touch MailChimp again either. That list would just keep growing. So you can create a landing page for free using MailChimp and get up to 2,000 subscribers in less than 3 minutes. Obviously, you need to go and find your subscribers. I'm not saying you'll get 2,000 subscribers, but you have the ability to get 2,000 subscribers for free within that. Accessing that within MailChimp is super easy. You create your first list. This is the form inside that list. It will give you this URL, and then you just copy it across. You'll notice that's slightly different to the previous one, but that is for a different list that I copied that out of. So what is a landing page? We talked about it in that previous section before. Landing page is just basically a single page on a website that has a specific task. The reason it's called a landing page is where you want to land people there. You're hoping to have some idea about what they're doing there and what you would like them to do once they get there. So say you're on Facebook and you've given people some kind of call to action from Facebook. Click over here to find out more about starting your business in 7 days, or start something meaningful in 7 days. I'll click over to the website and you'll be able to put your email address in and sign up for whatever that is. So effectively, all you need, the anatomy of that one-page high-converting website or a landing page, is a title. In this example, my title is actually the website name. The byline, start something meaningful in 7 days. An image, which is the background of this. The content, which is the what are you getting here. Enter your email address for a free sample, first lesson, and the call to action. So get your 1 day sample. Really simple. Again, you could whack this up in a few minutes or less. This is actually built on WordPress, and it's just the front page within WordPress, so the home page. Nice and simple. You wouldn't need anything else to get yourself up and running. Looks a lot better than our previous one, but you would need to get yourself hosted. So do you want some inspiration for landing pages? My favorite site to find really awesome looking landing pages is landingfolio.com. It's super place to find landing pages. All right, so you need to get yourself hosted. Now, if you haven't got yourself a website already, then the fastest way to start is using something like HostGator. You can use Bluehost. You could use GoDaddy has its own as well for domains. I think even things like Crazy Domains and Namecheap all offer some kind of hosting. When I first started, and a few people in the meetup group as well have started using HostGator. I was using HostGator for a while as well. I think I still have one website sitting on HostGator. I haven't even moved it over. But they start at as little as $2 a month for a dedicated WordPress install. Now, when I say dedicated, I don't think it's a dedicated to you. I think it's a shared hosting at $2 a month. But you can get 30% off with a coupon that I found here. If you are just getting started, it's a great way to start. You get yourself up one-click WordPress installs, and you're up and running with your website. About this time last year, I started suffering from some hacking and some speed issues with lots of traffic going to my e-commerce stores. So I moved all of my websites over to WP Engine, which is actually a dedicated WordPress host. So they understand how WordPress works. Their hosting service is actually built around making websites fast that run on WordPress. They've got a whole bunch of built-in tools for their service. It's really awesome. Again, I've found another 20% off coupon there. This is for your more professional installs. I'm hosting around 60 websites with these guys, and I pay, I think it's about $1,000 a year. So it's not cheap. Again, you can get 20% off. I have zero issues with security, with hacking, with basically with anything to do with the website hosting itself. It's just peace of mind now on that. The added benefit is you actually get what they call is free technical support. I've actually used it to fix things on my website. So I've emailed their support or chat. I can open a chat window within certain times. Obviously, they're in the US. So if I'm doing some work on my website, say this time of night, they will be up and at them, and I can get live chat. They will log into my sites, and I can say, I'm having some issues getting the color right on this page. I'll say, oh, well, let's have a quick look at that. It's not advertised that they do that kind of work, but I have not had an issue with that. And I get lots of things, little tweaks, little changes, little fixes done. I've had some issues with some plugins and things before using WordPress, and they have helped me out every single time. So that in itself is worth a fortune to me. Okay, so how do we make it pretty? So if you've gone ahead and done the one-click install, you would end up with the standard, probably 2016 theme within WordPress, which wouldn't look that fantastic at first. So you need to go off and get yourself a theme. There are literally hundreds of thousands of these, all sorts of things. My favorite is to, or basically what I look for when I'm assessing a theme, whether it's for myself or someone else, is that it's a simple layout. These are the simple layouts. So for customizable front-end widgets and for front pages and things like that. It's extendable, so it's built around a common framework, and it's simple to customize. Do I need all those plugins? When I first started using WordPress, I had something like 125 plugins on my website, and wondering why we had all sorts of issues with speed. I installed a plugin that actually checks other plugins to see how fast they're running, and found that my website was taking around about 15 seconds just to load the plugins for the site. And that wasn't, half of them weren't even turned on, which is crazy. So definitely less is more when it comes to plugins on your site. So if you can get away with simplifying it, then definitely do that. The absolute minimum requirements for plugins is some kind of email plugin, so that you can get the the email working directly on your site, and then some kind of analytics, whether that's Google Analytics, which I would absolutely recommend doing, and the Yoast SEO plugin as well, which if you don't understand SEO, it's an absolute must. If you do understand SEO, it's the simplest, most powerful one to use as well. Oh, apologies. I'm trying to take us off to other sites. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about some advanced websites. So if you wanted to build a membership site, if you wanted to take some payments on your page, if you want to do some coaching, do some webinars, sell an ebook, sell a physical book, sell a physical product, you would need to extend your website. So some of the most popular extensions that are very professionally done, and with all of the integrated payment engines and things like that built in, things like Optimize Press, which I used, and the page that you guys are sitting on, if you're at rapidexecutive.com/live, is still in Optimize Press. I liked them so much. About this time last year, I got onto those guys. Really liked their plugins for WordPress. I had a little bit of experience with Lead Pages. Now, Lead Pages is quickly becoming the number 2 in the industry. It was leading for quite some time. I had all sorts of problems with the mobile optimized versions of pages. I had things not clicking right, and I was also caught up in some Facebook issues that they had with Lead Pages as well. They weren't accepting all of the pages going across within ads if they were going to a lead page. So I jumped away from Lead Pages, which is around about the time I discovered ClickFunnels. So we're going to talk a little bit about ClickFunnels now, because that is my absolute favorite tool of all time. I'm moving all of my front-end website pages and things like that over to ClickFunnels because they just look amazing. They're super easy to use and super fast to get up and running. So I'm talking about it a lot because I tell nearly everyone about this and how easy it is to get your websites up and running. You literally don't even need to think about things like WordPress when you've got something like ClickFunnels, especially when you're first starting, to get yourself to a sale. So do you need an email service provider? Do you need DNS services? Do you need secure certificates for your software? Do you need webinar software? Are you going to be running webinars? Do you need carts and checkouts? Do you need membership add-ons? Are you going to offer affiliate sales for your product? There's a whole bunch of things that you can do with your website. If you want to chuck in what sort of products you are thinking about for your website, you can put those into the chat box there, and we can chat about those sort of things and the types of tools you might need. But you could be running anywhere up to 700 or more. I think I added up at one point. I was going to start running webinars using things like Webinar Jan and GoToWebinar and a few other bits and pieces, a few other plugins and some membership bits. I think it was going to cost me around $650 just for those. I already had my hosting. So that was without all that taken into account. And then I discovered you could do all of that inside of ClickFunnels for one fee. That's $97 a month for ClickFunnels, so it's not cheap, but I could do all of that and more. And I hadn't even scratched the surface of what this tool can do. So very happy. I made the change over. I tried out their trial, which you can actually get a 2-week trial using my link here. No payments, no nothing like that, just a 2-week trial, and test it out yourself. I did that myself. I think it was about this time last year, and I've been paying for it ever since because I love it. Right, can you build a sales funnel? That's a website that converts to sales in 60 minutes. So in a previous session, we did just that. I launched rapidstartup.io as a way to build websites for you. And in ClickFunnels, you actually have the ability to share the websites that you build. So you can create them into templates and share them out. So I created a webinar system. I'm reusing one of the internal ones here at the best-selling book. I made some modifications to that and sent that out as well. I built a high-ticket consulting one and a sold-out event one as well that I modeled on a sold-out event that I participated in. Kerwin Ray was here. He's I guess, an Aussie version of Gary Vaynerchuk. He's all over social media marketing guru. He probably hates the fact that I said that about him, but I modeled his sold-out event. He sold out events all over Australia. I built a funnel that looked just like his. And talked to him about it at his event as well. He loved it, thought it was fantastic. So I built this website. So this is a landing page, obviously. My call to action on this page is, yes, give me these free sales funnels. You can sign up there and it will send you each of these. It's an actual website that you can use you pull it into your ClickFunnels account, switch it on, and you've got that whole sales funnel already built for you. Now, this is a quick insight into how the funnel would work. So why have I built this? Here's the catch around this for all those watching along. So it is a landing page. My call to action is to get people onto an email list. So they get these four funnels once they sign in, and then I can offer services to actually build those for people afterwards. So that's my sales funnel for that. Now, I built that whole thing in less than an hour. I'm obviously reusing other people's videos there. No issue with that because it is a ClickFunnels video, but the rest of that was all built within ClickFunnels. It looks really simple in the back of ClickFunnels. All it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. One of those is a contact page. The other one is an order confirmation. So it's just those 3 simple pages: the landing page, the sales page, and the order form. That's all it is. Super easy to use, super simple. Now, I went to a session and talked about this. It was actually the Co and Ray event. I talked about this afterwards with a bunch of people. We were hanging around after the event, and they said, so selling product that someone else sells and they're in a team, etc., etc. You've probably seen them before, things like Avon and things like that. That's all network marketing. So they asked me about it, and we sort of brainstormed a little bit. I told them how the whole thing could be run together and put together. And when I got home, I decided to put that together as well. So I think this is 2 or 3 weeks ago, I put together that similar funnel again for a network marketing product. So could you take this sales funnel and put it into a network marketing funnel and sell your products online instead of having things like party plans or events or teleconferences and things like that most of those network marketing products do? You could do all of this online. I have obviously done that myself, which I'll tell you about in a minute with some other products. But for these, I stuck my face on camera and talk people through it as well to make it a lot easier. It's a lot easier to talk copy than actually write it out. So I put this simple funnel together for that as well, all using ClickFunnels. And this was in less than a day. I obviously had to record the videos, but got the whole thing done in less than a day. Again, this is 5 pages. 2 of those are the actual purchase thank yous because there's 2 products inside there. One of them is an upsell, and then the order form. It's a super simple one. It was obviously popular, so I told the guys at the event, they told their teams, and got 76% conversion rate in a couple of days. So I was pretty happy with that. But quickly, how I don't really need to go through how that works. This was just a little bit of the presentation that I gave back to the guys on how they would do that. It's effectively a squeeze page, which you could actually send people through via things like a Facebook ad or a Google ad, things like that as well, which would reduce the need for those in-person things. When you can have people on a landing page, whether it's the product video or yourself recorded saying this is the greatest thing ever, take people through that and move them into your team. So the second part of websites, marketing and traffic, social media, all that sort of stuff. So how do we get that going as well? So what about traffic? Earlier this year, I ran my first, and this is first of many, $50 experiments testing the marketing engine, traffic engine that is Facebook. It was an experiment that I did for this webinar series, and we pretty much did it live. So the goal was within 1 week to reach 2,500 people for $50, get 10% of those to click and 10% of those to sign up. So that was the goal. This was with a network marketing product. So putting my money where my mouth was, using my sales funnel stuff. The idea was to use Facebook traffic to get people over to one of those squeeze pages and get them signed up following an email series afterwards. And the budget was $50. So Facebook traffic is really, really easy to use, but at the same time, it's really, really easy to blow your cash and not get any return from it. So I've been doing this for quite some time. I knew what I was doing. I knew my market. I knew my targeting, but I put it out there and I immediately got some traffic at a reasonable price. Facebook sort of didn't really know what it was doing. It was testing a few things for a few days there. The conversions came down, the price went up, which is never good. And I set this for 5 days and it turned itself off after then. But obviously, it had sorted itself out towards the end here, which is when it turned itself off. So I immediately turned that back on. So I only ended up with 15 conversions, 2,100 people reached at the time. If I had kept that going, I'm sure that would have probably got close to the 2,500 somewhere. All right, I think I'm back. Testing, testing. Let's check that out. All right. We had a bit of a technical catastrophe. The lights went out, and the laptop went out, and the internet went out. I apologize, everyone. I'm back. I think everyone's back. It looks like we're all back. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay. I'm back here. Just testing, testing. We'll get back into exactly where we're up to. Can you hear me okay, guys? Apologies if you're watching that on the replay. Back in about 10 seconds. There we go. We're back. All right. All right. I apologize for that. I think the power is struggling today here in Perth. But we'll get back to where we were. We're on a roll there. So we took the acquisition of customers to online. We used Facebook to acquire those customers for us. We used ClickFunnels to convert those customers into paying customers. So you'll note that I did the setup for this, but I didn't do anything else. So the acquisition and conversion of customers was done by tools that I'd set up, and then they went off and did their stuff. So I managed to add, this was in the first couple of weeks. Within the first 4 weeks, I added 100 people to my network marketing business without a single conversation with any of them, which is absolutely unheard of. When I tell people in MLM that, they literally come calling. So I also automated the setup of their users and acquisition into the network marketing product as well. I connected the ClickFunnels into Trello. So I had a Trello board with all of these people set up. It had leads. We put them into leads. I would then create their account and would turn them into customers. When they bought, they would turn into buyers. And when they became promoters and part of my team, they were turned into sellers. So this was all in the first month. I had 100 people in the customers and I already had some buyers and people in my team. Put this into context. My wife did a LLM product 2 years ago. She spent the better part of 4 months full time and ended up with only 3 people in her team. So I had 4 people in my team without a single conversation, which is crazy. Automated it using Zapier. This plugs straight into ClickFunnels. Super, super easy to do. A little bit technical. Sounds a little bit technical, but it's not. Once it's all set up, I never had to touch anything else again. I just let basically the traffic engines do their job. That was all done. Now, if you want to see one of the coolest things that I watch religiously every week, it's off for 2 weeks now, unfortunately, but you can go and watch some of the previous episodes because they are absolutely hilarious. You can probably tell by some of the outfits that have been worn by some of these previous ones. If you go to Funnel Fridays, you can go up here and click to funnelfridays.com. You will get Russell Brunson, who is the creator of ClickFunnels, and his copywriting expert, Jim Edwards, which is the hilarious guy with all of the masks on. They build sales funnels for products. So you've got a fruit-infused water bottle, a green drink, one-man film crew that's building a website with sales funnels on your phone, which is what I did for that network marketing product. Human charger, hacking the dream. So there's a whole bunch of episodes here. They are hilarious. I've watched every single episode. A couple of them I've watched 2 or 3 times, especially the Rhino Rush episode. It's hilarious. These are just on YouTube. Super simple to get to. So Funnel Fridays is where you can land to watch. You grab it on YouTube and you can watch all the old ones there as well. These guys are absolute experts at this sort of thing. I watch them absolutely over and over and over again, trying to work out exactly how they do stuff. So it's really awesome. And they use the power of ClickFunnels to do all of that. I have had some requests from some guys on how to do great. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me know that you are all back there. I have had some requests from the group on how to do affiliate sales as well using ClickFunnels. So this is really simple. This is actually built on one of the back of my e-commerce website. So I do have an audience already for that. But you can see a simple 1-page affiliate product set up at buttercoffee.com.au/free-book. Or just click the link in today's notes and it'll take you there. And that is an awesome book by Anthony DiClemente. It's actually a free book and it's using ClickFunnels' ability to set up free plus shipping offers or free plus shipping funnels. It's really, really awesome. The whole thing is set up so well. One of the first episodes of Funnel Hacker TV, which I think comes out in January, actually breaks down exactly how they built this and how they have pretty much blown up Anthony's business. I think he went from doing 6 figures a year to doing 6 figures a week or something just by adding this in. It's something crazy. So I can't wait to see that episode. But if you want to see how simple it is to set up a affiliate demo at buttercoffee.com.au/freebook. And this was it was a 1-page guide that I set up to go to that free book I set it up in one day. I received $156 US into my account just by basically putting up that one page. So these affiliate pages are a no-brainer. Since done a few of those, I'm still working on a few more, especially this time of year. If affiliate sales are going through the roof because people are pulling out their credit cards left, right, and center to be buying all sorts of stuff for end of year. It's the purchasing time of year, so it's a good time to have that sort of stuff up. All right, tonight's bonus session. So I was at a meeting this week for small business owners in Perth in the health and wellness space. It was an excellent gathering of some pretty cool people, and actually met two people, one in particular who wanted to talk about webinars. So I invited her along to tonight. She might not be here tonight, but she might get along to the replay at least. The getting started with webinars. So I obviously run these every week and have done for quite some time. I enjoy these. Nothing like a cold or a sinus would keep me from doing this for you guys. I love doing it. It's great fun. And as you see, with technical flaws and all, these aren't difficult to run. I do do a bit of prep around these, but I have been doing these for quite some time, so they come pretty easy to me now. But webinars are a great way to build an audience, to reach your audience, to get people to know, like, and trust you really quickly. For me to set this up as a blog post or some sort of product or maybe an online course or something like that, it will be a lot harder for me to convert traffic, to find traffic, to get people over, to get people to know, like, and trust me, because they're having to come through a sale to get to this. This is just free information. I'm putting this up here. I could simply start by turning on my camera and saying hi. So it's really not hard to do these days. So I wanted to show you guys how you could do that with a website. So webinars are the fastest way to reach and connect with your target market still, definitely. The fastest way to start, something like Facebook Live or Periscope, is a super easy way to get over the fears of being in front of the camera. So that's where I started, was Periscope. Facebook Live wasn't actually live when I first started, way back when. And blab.im was still alive back then as well. So I jumped onto Periscope. Periscope's kind of falling off the radar a little bit more now. Facebook Live has come on board and it is doing really, really well. One of my faves is Gary Vaynerchuk. He's online a lot. He's excellent at it. But you can just basically flip your camera around and jump on Facebook and go live. You can reuse and repurpose that content as well really easily. Facebook loves it. If it goes well, you can boost that really easily and really, really cheaply get traffic on that as well. Obviously, you can start for free. You don't have to pay for anything upfront because you're just leveraging your network. If people share that out, it goes bigger and bigger. And when things are live, they're not necessarily 100% live right now. When people start watching them, if they're right at the end of a presentation, they can generally be taken to the end. It'll go back through to the start again. It'll let them know. But if they're about halfway through or right near the start, it'll actually start it again. So they're kind of a little bit off center as far as live at this very moment. But it's pretty seamless to the customer. For you as presenters, it's super easy. You literally go into the Facebook app on your phone and you click live. Give it a title, just like Gary's done here. Just landed Amazing Britain and my thoughts on America. He's clicked live, typed in those couple of words, done. And he's live. 12,000 people, which is pretty crazy. 693,000 views. Facebook and video works. I'm using YouTube Live, so it's a bit more professional than Facebook Live. Not to say that you can't use Facebook Live, but YouTube gives you the ability a lot easier to use replays. It's obviously on your YouTube account, and then YouTube videos give great SEO back to your website and things on your Google profiles and stuff like that as well. So I'm using YouTube because it's a little bit more advanced, but it's super easy to use as well. So you go into YouTube Live, which you would set up on your page if you have a YouTube account. You set a date, time, and the description and title, like I've done here, and click go live. That's it. And then I come up, look at myself backwards on this page, and effectively when I click start broadcast, you guys can see me forwards on there as well. Super easy to set up. You can share your screen. There's a whole bunch of things that you can't do on Facebook Live that you can do very easily, very sharply on Google. You've got a whole ability to do live chat and things within YouTube and things like that as well, which is pretty cool. And I really like it. So I'm using that, and you can see all of my previous ones if you subscribe on YouTube as well. But that's super easy to set up, and then it's easy to embed those in a page if you wanted to host them on your website, which is what I'm doing right now. And you guys can see it live as well on rapidexecutive.com/live. So that video that's on top of the page is actually the YouTube embedded, and it's live, and I'm looking at this screen on my screen, and you guys are looking at it as if it was a video on YouTube on the page. Super easy. Now we go super advanced. If you want to build an automated sales machine with yours, you can use something like ClickFunnels, and it will set up a automated webinar as well. So you can record live and then turn it automated once you've seen it converts, once you've seen people resonated with it, and then it's working and the content is good. You can build out something like this, which is a webinar broadcast where people will register. They'll be taken to a countdown page, and they have the ability to choose to watch last night's replay or stick around till tomorrow or whenever you set it, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, to watch the broadcast. You'd be surprised. I wasn't surprised. You might not be surprised that most people picked last night's replay because they want to watch it now. And that's the beauty of these automated webinars, where it doesn't really seem like an automated webinar. It seems like they just run all the time, and I want to watch one that I can watch right now. I don't want to wait around. And then that sort of happens in the background. People get taken to offers. They're followed up with an email sequence afterwards, and that's all built into ClickFunnels. So the ability, you can actually tag people that come through. It tags them for you. It gives them different emails depending on whether they watched the video, didn't watch the video, didn't watch till the end, didn't see the offer. All that sort of stuff is all built into ClickFunnels. It's really, really awesome. You can take people to sales pages like I have done with this one, where they can actually, the only thing I'm offering on here is access to me for coaching. It's the one-time offer where you can get 50% off. So that's what I'm offering on there. It's a nice, easy one built into that. So that's super advanced, but again, super easy to do. It's using the YouTube links on the pages for that. ClickFunnels allows you to plug in any webinar software you like, but I'm just using the YouTubes on those. It works out super simple for me. You can actually go and see, I've actually pulled the whole 7 lessons of these webinars back into one place. You can actually go and see that funnel in action at rapidexecutive.com/launch if you want to go and see that sales funnel webinar, automated webinar, all happening. And it's super easy to build. You can click if you want access to that as well. If you want to replicate or copy, you can just blatantly copy my webinar funnel if you like, and put your own videos in there, your own titles and stuff. You'll be up and going. I can actually share that whole website with you, pull it into your account, and you'll be away in less than an hour if you've already got your videos up. Right, so quick recap on tonight's session. We talked about the previous session, so name check to be able to check your websites, incorporated.com.au if you want to build if you want to start a Aussie company, Stripe Atlas if you want to start a international company. We talked about free website funnels on my rapidstartup.io page. The free multi-level marketing funnel is available at my rapidstartup.io page /NLM, and 2-week trial to ClickFunnels if you guys are interested in going and checking out that cool tool. Right, it is a great day to start something big. I think I might have had the puffy eyes that night as well. This is me, and the biggest impact on my business this year was using a mentor. My mentor, you guys might be familiar with Brian Harris of Video Fruit, was my mentor. Got me off my butt and actually out helping people. He was super duper. So I really enjoyed my time with him. That's Brian. Obviously, he's in the zone. I'm wondering what on earth he's talking about because I was all new to this stuff, and he helped me understand a lot. And as I say every week, I do offer myself to help you guys do all of these types of things. If you are just getting started or you wanted to grow your business, I'm able to help you with that. I have some coaching packages that are available. You can reach out to me from $197 a month. You get up to 2 60-minute monthly coaching calls. If you are in Perth, these can be in person as well. We set up tailored business goals and the strategy for that. We have regular accountability follow-ups to make sure you are taking action on your strategy, and you get reasonable email access to me as well. I can follow you up and I can help you with things. I'm not just sitting in the bleachers calling out to you. I can dive in and actually help you with stuff. If you need help with the website, if you need help with the marketing, if you need me to call your customers, I'm able to help you with that as well. Only my coaching clients have access to my personal email. And tonight, if you guys wanted to take me up on one of these, I have a few slots left. From $197, I will give you my 4 core sales funnel website templates, which I usually offer for $497. This will give you one of the 4. You can have all 4 if you like, and I can help you set it up as well. If you are looking to sell your book, sell a physical product, if you wanted to do some coaching, if you wanted to have a webinar, if you want any of those sort of things, I can help you set up a sales funnel or website for that as well. If you are looking to do webinars, I have a copy of the perfect webinar system and script, which is the exact webinar script and system that I'm using, and it's the one that ClickFunnels uses to sell their own product. It's awesome. It's well tested. It's done extremely well. Whoops, taking you out of there, aren't I? That has a $29 value. I actually have the physical copy of this as well. And I can do a website review and action steps for you as well. If you have a website, if you want to get started on your website, I normally charge $550 for that as well. My coaching clients have all taken me up on that one. It's the low-hanging fruit, how to get your website converting better, more email subscribers to your email lists, people clicking on your emails when they go through. I can help you with copy, all that sort of stuff. Making sure you've got Facebook pixels and Google Analytics and all that sort of stuff, how to read that, how to work out where your traffic is going. I can help you with all of those sort of things. It's in my website review. Obviously, that's a lot of value, but tonight, half price on the coaching package only for $97. So if you want to take me up on that, you can jump onto rapidexecutive.live, grab a coaching session, and you'll have access to that offer. It's only valid until midnight, guys. So if you want to jump on there, you can jump on that tonight. All right. So all of the slides from tonight's session, rapidexecutive.com/live, they're available there. There is a big blue button. There's actually 2 big blue buttons. Apologize. That's some UI that I need to fix up. As I said, I'm moving over all my pages over to ClickFunnels. So this is the last of the optimized press pages left. But you'll see you can access my free funnels on there. And just a little bit further down, let's download webinar bonus. Now you can grab the PDF from tonight's session as well. All right, I'll jump back to myself. If you guys have got any questions on any of that, especially on sales funnels, because I love this stuff. Anything on your own websites, I've got 2 minutes before I need to jump over to our next session where I'm talking about Amazon and physical products. We do a second session tonight at junglebooster.com/live if you're interested in selling physical products, e-commerce, and things like that on Amazon. But let me know in the comments, guys. I'll leave the comments open for this evening, and you guys can say hi, keep chatting. I'll be around till almost midnight tonight. Got a few things going on, so let me know what about this evening's session. And if that was valuable. thanks for letting me know that you guys are all back there. I do apologize for the technical glitch we had in the middle of that. Hopefully the fires are all under control out there and everyone's doing okay. Sorry for all the clicking around, guys. All right, I'm going to need to jump off this session so I can jump on to the other one. I can't run 2 webinars at the same time out the same system, unfortunately. That would be a lot of fun. I'm sure I could join the 2 crews up together. I'm sure you guys will get along with everyone in the other session. I know there's some people crossing over to that as well. If you are interested in online e-commerce, Amazon, all that sort of stuff, physical products, if you want to start your own physical product line, building a brand, we are talking about that at junglebooster.com/live, and you can jump on there and chat to us there. All right, guys, I will leave the... You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, sorry about that. Thanks, Shane. I will leave it there, and I will leave the chat box open for you guys if you want to keep chatting. If you've got any other questions, I'll come back and answer those as well. Apart from that, I will see you guys all next week. Cheers.